Hello everyone, this is Julian from the Binary Lab. So right now, just doing a update video. Um, Actually, I'm gonna share this to my Facebook page at the same time. I'm gonna share it to my yeah, just shared it. And basically now I'm gonna give you guys some updates. So very pleased to inform you guys that just quickly I'm gonna switch it to my screen. I'm just gonna get the right down as predicted. And in fact, I've been giving like some technical analysis videos at the beginning of this week, and now it's about to test that next support of 112.75, which is really exciting. Okay, so that's going to bring us close to being able to exit the loss trades that have been held for some time. But I also want to show you that the floating loss is now down to a three-figure sum. And on top of that, even just for today, okay, just for today alone, there already has been profit. So I'm gonna actually, show you that between yesterday and today, gonna, yeah, yesterday and today, like that. So between yesterday and today, there's already a $216 profit on this account, and that is in excess of 1.4%, which is really, really solid. Probably one of the best days since. As you can see, there's a lot of double-digit profit trades over here on this end that took place, and the win rate's really, really good. So like I said, we still have a bunch of like loss trades on the Euro USD that are still running. I plan to exit them. We'll see how it goes. I mentioned in the previous video my plans are exiting them either for break even or a small loss, or we'll see how it goes. If the trend is good, and even take it for a profit. So however, what I want to update you more specifically about is that, if we compare the accounts, you must be wondering why is it that the FX Primus account, which is much bigger, all right, I mean it's about 3 times the size. Why did it only generate just a few dollars more than the FXTM Invest account? So it's it for a couple of reasons, because um, the hedging some of the hedging sets were taking place at different time, and as a result, some of the big trades didn't actually come in, which is a good thing because we don't want the big trades to happen necessarily. But there are also days where this account, crosses 500 in return compared to the other one. So there are days when this one way outperforms as well. So actually, for this account, the FXTM Invest account, this today is more like an unusually good day of performance, but there have been days where the FX Primus one has outperformed. So having said that, I have just updated a lot of the trade sizes. Um, as you can see, I'm not sure if you get to see it. When I scroll down far enough, you'll probably see they have loaded new settings. But I think there's just been 2 modifications to the trading stops and all that. Yeah, here you go. So I've actually, updated the settings, the lot sizes. I've changed some of the pip step information. I've changed the multiplier information to make it safer, to make it more profitable. So in the weeks to come, you will see a difference in the amount of profit. Obviously, I'm taking into account the amount of margin I have. They're not going to max it out unnecessarily. Um, in the meantime, I also have been testing out, the margin, what the margin can do on another demo account, which I recently concluded some tests, and basically, I concluded some tests on this accounts. And actually, this account is interesting because this account right here, which is a demo account, okay, I've actually been running tests on an account that's only 1:30 leverage. So interestingly enough, I was able to pull quite a lot of trades, um, and even hedging as well. The hedging didn't go so well, but it kind of gives me a very good idea of how much further I can push it. So it actually is indeed very possible to generate similar returns on the FX Premiums account, which is what a lot of you would want to see. Okay. Having said that, I already have proportioned more of the trading into the scalping side of it, so that will actually generate profits faster than the other element, which is the the hedging. But I want to show you like how much profit we've generated to date so far. Okay, so right here, I think yeah, we're just going to scroll through all these ones. So we can see that on the sell USD, we have since generated 3.2. I've just tweaked the settings, so we're going to see higher turnover on these pairs a bit more in the coming weeks. This pair, the Euro Aussie, has generated $56.40 in a period of time. This generated 25.1. The USD JPY has generated 16.1 on the buy. No, I don't think these figures are accurate. Let me just see. No, I don't think they're accurate. I think that there must be some kind of a yeah. It can't be right because it can't be right. I think I have to tweak around a little bit with the magic number or something. Must have been when I reapplied it. It kind of like um, lost out on the tracking. I'm going to show you for reference sake. This is the other account that's on FX Team Invest. Oh, how come? Yeah, that's strange. Yeah, I think they got reset when I recently changed the settings because we were looking at 3-figure amounts not too long ago. Or could it have been my... No, I know. I'm gonna set it to all history. Here we go. I set to all history and... Oh, there we go. There you have it. Okay. So I'm gonna set this back to all history and you guys can see how much each pair has generated. Okay. So 79.4 on USD. The buy, the sales have generated 40. Okay, now here's the big one. This one my favorite pairs, and this is the reason why for those people who use the self-install version at EA, I actually recommend Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie has generated 364.5 USD just by itself on the buy. It's generated 517.6 on the sell. So needless to say, I've scaled on this pair. Okay, I've scaled a lot more on this pair going forward, and you're going to see a lot more returns from this pair. Okay, USD JPY is another good pair to scale. This one's generated $774.1 since the start of this account. The sell has generated 333.8. Aussie has generated fairly decent as well, 254.7 on the buys, 155 on the sells. New Zealand is not performing as much, also because the lot sizes were smaller. I didn't want there to be too much of a correlation between these two. It would give too much exposure to the New Zealand instead of the Aussie. Now I'll go over to the sells, mediocre as well. Now we'll look at the Euro GBP. This pair is quite good, and I actually plan to scale it up as well. It's got 237.7 on the buys, and on the sells 103. So this one's on very low lots. I plan to scale this, and yeah, so basically that's that. So I'm just gonna do a detailed report, and you guys can see how that looks. Floating loss for this is also back down to a healthy amount as well inside of 10%. All right. And account growth is looking very good. Gross profit 6,200. My gross loss 1,500. So the way I tweak my EA is such a way that it's supposed to make more than it loses, and I like to have a large amount of it as net profit. There are many EAs out there that have a very big gross and also a very big gross loss, which I think is pointless. So my expected payoff is since day one. Okay, since day one, 6.94 is really good. Profit factor 3.91 is really good as well. That's the win rate. You can see. This account is not on FX Book. I will put it up shortly as well, so you guys can compare statistics between the other one and this one. Um, hey there, Raymond. Are you also using the self-installed version of my EA? Okay, well, we'll have a look at the other accounts. I'm going to do the all history, and I'm gonna put it on detail report. Yeah, so actually, if you, I post all my settings files in the group for those of you who want to do self-install. But if you want to do the PAM, okay, like for self-install, you really need about at least 1,000 to start. You can start at 500, but it's a bit risky. You need like at least 1,000 to start for the self-install. For the PAM, you can start from as low as 100. Everything will be proportionally copied. Just so you're not going to make much money. If there's anyone out here watching this video, well, like if you're putting in a 5-figure amount, you could make a very nice sum every month. Let's go down to the floating. Okay, floating is very low, and you can see a very nice equity curve. So in the beginning 2 months, we did have some mistakes in the programming. So then there was intervention. Okay, I think this one was intervention. This one was mistake. Okay, so but ever since then, it's all sorted out. As you can see, it's all smoothly going up. So obviously, because of the mistakes that happened here, it has affected the figures here. So the profit factor doesn't look as good as the other one. Um, but if we measure from this period forward, it will be very, very solid. So if we measure it from here, obviously we're going to get similar performance to the other account. All right, and but nonetheless, this ain't bad at all. It the profit factor did drop to as low as 1.2 something, but it's since come up a lot to 1.89 just yesterday only. Previously it was 1.86 just 2 days ago, so it's been coming up. So it's very, very healthy. Win rates very solid, as you can see, and if you compare the the average trade size is also fairly healthy as well. It's a bit more gross loss here. I mean, that's also due to this period of time, but once again, if you measure it from here, it will be very, very nice, very smooth band. Um, I did do some manual interventions at this point. That's why you see a little plateau. But I mean, all this is for the safety of the account. So basically, just want you guys to know that if there's anyone out here that's watching this video and you're looking into my Forex PAMM systems, your accounts are in good hands. I basically manage them to my best ability, and I tweak the settings all the time. So I think a major benefit that you can find over here versus anywhere else is that, I mean, like, for me, I do this myself. I develop it from the ground up. It's not as though, like, I don't know what trading is. I'm just running optimizations, which is the case with many other systems out there. And one of the most important things that a lot of people fail to realize is that when you join my systems through the PAMs that I run, you actually get to copy the same leverage settings, the same account settings in terms of like swap. Is it swap free? Um, is it commission free and so on? You copy all the settings that I use, so that basically minimizes any possible mistake to zero. So I'm fairly I mean, like, a lot of people will say that, what's my commitment? Well, actually, for the first 2 months, it was pretty much majority my own money, because it was only the last 1 month or so that people started to you know take the bite. A lot of people started to start joining with various amount sizes, and up to then, for the first 2 months, it was basically mostly my own money. So obviously, I have to make it look good because my own money is at stake. Um, we'll soon be launching. We'll soon be launching same PAM on a different broker as well, to give people more joining options, more leverage options, more account type options, more swap and commission options, to open it to more people in more countries as well. So looking forward to that. Um, and by the way, for those of you who are currently investing, with the PAM, you're actually also able to recommend this to people who you think may be interested, and you could actually receive, something like an affiliate program. The affiliate program that we do here is for members only, and the way it's different from other affiliate programs out there for forex related things is that, there are affiliate programs out there on forex, especially here in Thailand where I live, where they actually advance pay people, um, to, for deposit. So I think that doesn't make sense, and it puts a lot of strain on a broker. So I mean, how can they possibly afford that? It's like paying advance profit, right? Doesn't make sense, right? So it's no wonder that so many brokers have been going bust. But over here, it's strictly based on profit. So, for instance, if you referred someone who invests 10K and he makes like $1,500 that month, 15%, right? And so your your commission is gonna be like 10% of what he earns. So if he made 15% on 10 grand, it's 1,500. You actually get a passive 150, and if the account goes up, you get that passively increasing every month as well, which is amazing. So it's basically about, like, if you come in and you find that, hey, this is great. Some of you are joining from, I see a lot of you joining from places like, Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, um, Philippines, all right? And I know that sometimes, for some of you, 500 could be a lot of money, $100 could be a lot to some of you out there as well. But I mean, like, there could be people that um, who actually could use something like this, who've been burnt with shitty systems out there where people don't actually put in the same effort as I do on mine. Okay, so just want to let you know that there is this opportunity, and if you're currently investing with us and you enjoy the service I'm providing you, you're most welcome to message me or the admin and actually ask more about how you can get started referring people, actually earning yourself passive income to increase your investment and increase your income as well. Bye for now.